we're live. Welcome, people from YouTube world. I hope you all feel comfortable with the conversation today. Awesome. What are we talking about? Do you guys know what month is June? What do we have in this month?
Junina's party. I don't know how to say English.
Right, Mom.
That too. Yes, June is a very special month because of Festa Junina and Primal. We've got the best of the year in a single month. That's great. Yeah. And today, we're going to be talking about a topic that is very personal to me, which is bisexual erasure. But it's personal to me, but remembering, here on TNT, we don't take things personal. We're here to talk, to share stories, experiences, learn with one another, and most of all, to be respectful to anyone. So we're going to talk about this topic here to bring a bit of awareness and everything. And I hope you all enjoy. I'm going to be leaving 10 questions in here for us to work with. Actually, 9 questions. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wrong button. I don't even know what happened anymore. I can't get the questions. Just a second. Oh,
I need
there
to
you
have them here. Like me just okay. We did it.
Okay. Yeah, Zoom just went crazy, but now it's working. Okay, everyone. Awesome. Now, these are the questions we're going to work with. But first of all, let's get started by introducing ourselves. Okay. Bru, could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes, hello guys. It's really good to be here. At this time, usually on Wednesdays, I have a class, and magically my student canceled. So I'm really happy because this is something I really wanted to discuss and to talk about. So I live in São Paulo. As you may know, I work as a teacher and also as a community manager here on TNT. I like dancing, studying languages, and eating, watching series, and sleeping too, just like Faye. That's all.
I wouldn't say magically. I might or might not have threatened your student. Just kidding.
Gosh.
No, just kidding. Okay. Now, Bru, you choose a person to introduce themselves next.
Okay, Faye, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hello guys. My name is Fernanda. I have 70 years old, and I'm a student. You know, I study technology in college. So is that. Nice to meet you.
Oh, that's great. I studied technology in college too. What's your course?
I speak in Portuguese, análise e desenvolvimento de sistemas. You know?
Oh, nice. That's
I'm
really
learning
great.
programming language, you know.
That is awesome. What semester are you in?
I'm the first semester.
Oh, me too. Fist bump. Fist bump. Yeah, great. Okay. Now, what about you, Mariana? Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Mariana. I'm 25 years old. I was born in São Paulo, and I'm still living here. And I'm a psychologist, and I think that's it.
Nice. That is pretty cool. Born and raised in São Paulo, still living here?
Sorry?
You're born and raised in São Paulo?
Yes. Yes, in São Paulo capital.
Great. But so you've never lived anywhere else?
No, always in São Paulo. Sometimes I travel to Minas Gerais, but not another place.
I think it's so crazy, so cool, like people who were born and raised and have ever lived in São Paulo, because to me, São Paulo is such a different vibe and it's so chaotic and noisy. I can't get used to it.
Yes, it's a little bit crazy, but I don't know. It's a great city to live in. You know, the opportunities, the places to go out. There's so many places to go out. It's a I don't know. I like São Paulo to live here.
That is really awesome. Okay, thank you for introducing yourself. Mr. Charles, how are you doing?
Not bad, not good, man, because I face some problems with Zoom app today, and I'm not well.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I seen you've been through quite a struggle to getting here, right? But you're finally here. That's what matters.
Yes,
Great.
yes. And I try to do a lot of meeting today because today it's holiday in my city. Today it's a city birthday, and I have too much time. I need to do this, but the computer and the Zoom, I think don't help me too much.
Oh,
But
that's the thing. Your computer wants to rest too. Today's a holiday, and your computer doesn't want to work.
yes, unfortunately.
Great. Okay, Charles, would you introduce yourself to us, please? I already know you. We've been together for a long time here in classes, but I think
Oh,
girls don't tell.
no, I know the rules, and I don't know Mariana Valeriano yet, and I think it's help for the meeting. Everyone, present yourself. My name is Charles Lopes, 42 years old, married, gorgeous wife called Jacqueline Bailão, and I have two wonderful daughters called Luisa and Laura. I was born in Brasilia, but I live more than 50 years in one uh, stunning region called Amazon Forest, Santarém City, Pará State. I try use adjectives, strong adjectives. That's it.
Yeah, that's really great. You did pretty awesome. Nice to have you here for one more conversation. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you
Okay,
for
but
thank you for support me.
by the way, I'm going to resend the questions in the chat now that you're here. Okay, so you can have access to them as well. Right. Now it's my turn. My name is Júnior Rufino. I'm 20 years old. I'm an English teacher that's now working as a social media analyst here on Talk and Talk, which has been really great. I've been working here for around 2 years now, and I just love it here. It's really great, the project, the vibe, the energy. I am Mineiro, and I'm currently going through a very difficult phase in my life because I miss Mineiro cheese so much, but I'm trying to cope with that. And that's it. Now I live in Hortolândia, São Paulo. I came here to do college, and I am studying tech, just like Fernanda. I am studying computer engineering. I am studying because my course is paused, but one day I'll finish. Right. Now, guys, I'm gonna have to. Gru, can I ask you something? Can you work the first question with them? Because I had such an urge to go to the WC right now.
Of course, let's go. Let's start with the
Thank
first
you.
one then, guys. What do you understand as bisexual? Mari, what do you understand as bisexual? Sorry.
I don't know much about this topic, but what I understand is a bisexual person generally is a person who likes to keep a relationship with women and men, and I know just this, not much.
Very good. That's great. That's great. Yeah, me too. I think this is something I understand, right, as bisexual, someone who likes both men and women, and yeah, both genders. What about you, Fe? What do you understand as bisexual?
For me, is a person who likes two genders, they like woman and men. They don't have preference, for me is that.
Very good. And you, Charles, what do you understand as bisexual?
I cannot throw away the your answer, guys. I think that's it. The one person that like and can have a relationship, more exactly sexual relationship with any gender. I guess that's it.
Okay, that's good. Yes, and it's really interesting that Junior brought this topic because since this is Pride Month, we've been discussing a lot about it. I don't know, in some meetings here on TNT, we kind of talked about that, and it's really nice. Thanks, Junior, for bringing it. So, what do you understand as bisexual, Junior?
There are lots of different definitions for bisexual, but it's pretty much a person that doesn't is exactly attracted to only one gender. Usually it could be both, like men and women, but it could also be more. Usually bisexuals are people that are initially attracted by women and men, but it could also be attracted by other genders too. We do have the term pansexual for a person that's attracted to all of the genders, but a bisexual would be kind of like the initial stage. It's a little complicated. There's a lot of research to do in this area, but yeah, a person that likes both genders. Hey, thanks a lot, Bruno. Now, in question number 2, we have cisgender, transgender, homosexual, bisexual, heterosexual. Do you feel confused thinking about these words? Do you think it's important to know what they are? Fair. What do you think, Fernanda? Do you feel confused?
I don't feel confused, because I understand the difference of homosexual, bisexual, heterosexual, I think it's important to know about it because you have to explain to other people, because a lot of people have prejudice, about people who are LGBTQ, I think it's really important to know about it, explain to other people.
Awesome. What about you, Charles? Do you get confused thinking about these words? Do you think it's important to know them?
I need to agree with Fernanda. It's so important to know, but I need to confess I feel a little confused and I don't know every designation, right? It's a new concepts, and I think it's important we respect each kind of person or of behavior, but I confess I don't know exactly what means its concept, all right? But one more time, it's important, and we need to learn, and we need to listen about, and more important, respect. That's it, I guess.
Awesome. What about you, Bruno? Do you get confused with all these words?
I think these ones that are mentioned in this sentence, I'm not. But I was talking to Leo last week about the queer in the oh gosh, I forgot the word, but like LGBTQIA.
Okay.
Sometimes I get confused with the Q one, like what is queer, but these other ones that are mentioned, it's okay for me. I think it is totally important to know and to understand in order to respect. I think it's important to know and to try to understand and hear, from these people, their fights, their struggles, and maybe that's it. Yeah.
Awesome. And what about you, Maria?
Nowadays, I don't feel confused anymore. because I could be late because I heard these terms last year when I started to search some vacancies of jobs, and some companies has the form to fulfill about how we considerate ourselves, But when I start to search, I didn't know the meaning. So searching, I understand, and nowadays I don't feel confused anymore. And I think it's important to know what they are, because I don't know, the people are changing, the society are changing, and to the way that we are to relate, to keep relations with the people. Is important to know how the way we are to talk with people, for not to seem uh, in a prejudice way, So it's important to keep the respect. So I think it's very important to know these terms. That's it.
Nice. That's really great. To be honest with you guys, when I first identified myself as bisexual, just so okay, that's it. I think I know there's like gay and lesbian people, bisexual people. That's it. And I stayed in my corner. Didn't do much research about that. But then other terms started to show up, just like Mariana said, like in research, in job interviews, this kind of stuff. And I had no idea what they were. And I was like, oh my God, I'm part of the community and I have no idea what these things are, you know? And then I started doing some research, trying to understand better, because there are many people that are going through the same things I am, and I had no idea who they were and what kind of, things they were going through. So for me was this process, but I do think it's important for everyone to understand, not that you need to know all the details and everything, but like at least have an idea, a grasp of what they are, because we live in a society, and it's kind of difficult to understand things you don't know about. Even if you don't care, I don't care if this person is from an LGBTQIA, but like, if you don't really understand what a person is, you start getting into those traps of objectifying people or working with prejudice, this kind of stuff. And that's kind of like tricky. So at least having a general idea, it's good for us to not be prejudicial, even when we don't want to, Now, do you guys know any bisexual people? I don't count, okay? Just kidding. Do you know any bisexual people? Do you know how they feel about being bisexual?
I do know some, most of the not close friends, but some colleagues from college. Actually, I have one close friend. She's bisexual, and I think most of the time there are some stereotypes that bisexual people don't know what they want, or they don't know what they like, so they are indecisive. They are not sure about their sexuality, so they just want to try. And or that, oh, you're dating a guy, but don't you like girls? And like, people think bisexuals, they need to, I don't know, to like more, or to like more girls or more boys. I don't know, it's a bit weird. I don't know, there are a lot of they are really erased, and not respected, mainly in the community too, so it's really really weird. And I'm still trying to understand if I am or not. So that's why I'm here too, because I'm trying to, I don't know, question, myself. That's it.
That's great. Nothing better than trying to understand ourselves, and also nothing more scary, nothing scarier. Right. Great. What about you, Charles? Do you know any bisexual people?
Yes, more than one, and I don't have any problem. I think this kind of person. I mean, I cannot rotulate this person because I think it's not correct. But like I have some friends and I can compare, and I think this person it's open mind. All right, in my point of view, I like more have a conversation and uh, share ideas because they don't have uh, uh, prejudice preconceito. I don't know. I
Yeah.
I don't think it's correct. So I know two a woman and one guy, and like I said, it's a different guy because they have a mind more open. That's it, I guess.
Great. And do you know how these friends of yours they feel about being bisexual?
Um, I don't know exactly how they feel because it's difficult. But like I said, I have they as a more mature person, all right? Because they broke some barreiras. I don't know, all right? And I think it's more like I have more relation. Oh, I live near a society. Um, conservative society, all right? And I raised and I grew up in this society, and maybe I'm a little uh, conservative, all right? I assume that I don't have any problem, but uh, like I said, I know uh, the buff, the conservative guy, and the other person. And for me, the conservative guy have a lot of problem because they grow up in a closed society, right? And they don't have they don't want to open his mind, right?
Yeah. Great.
Yes,
Great.
maybe my mind opened it uh, after I met this person, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Great. And what about you, Maria? Do you know anyone, any bisexual people?
Yes, I have some friends. There are bisexual, but one in specific, he had some problems with this because his family didn't accept in that in that a few years ago. Then he cried a lot, argued with God why God made him in that way, and he cried. It was a struggle time for him, but now he feels comfortable because he I don't know, accept himself and um, and express himself nowadays the way who are, the things are different now because he is more accept and he know how to be who you are without hide himself, so now the things are better for this friend especially. But I know some friends and other people that feel good in being bisexual.
Great. I feel sorry for him for like going through this period of like trying to accept and understand why. I've been through this period too, and I'm really happy for him that now he's like more comfortable in his own skin. Especially for people that like grow in a more conservative communities or houses, or sometimes in a church where there's kind of things that are not accepted. I grew up in a church that wasn't really accepting of LGBT people, and it was really hard for me to understand when I was a child, like that what I was doing wasn't a sin or something like that, and why did God do me like that? And it's really a dark place to be, but after you get out of this place, it's really awesome. You feel free, and it's pretty cool. Now, one thing that Bruna said, that a lot of people think that bisexuals are people that are undecisive, they don't know what they really want, and they're just trying to have fun, hooking up with a lot of people from different genders and sexualities. What do you guys think about that? Is it true? Maybe not.
I think it's not true, you know, because people really have, you know, how do I say, people have prejudice about the LGBTQ people, so people think is, you know, because is that that bisexual people like to fun. No, it's not that, you know. It's a real to be LGBTQIA plus is really, you know, serious, because you is how you do you, oh my god, I forgot the word. How do you how do you see yourself? No, how do you your gender? You know, how do you? I think it's not that. You know, I think it's really, this is not cool to say. You know.
Awesome. What do you think? Yeah.
Could you repeat the question, because my internet was a little delay.
No problem. What, like Bruna said, that a lot of people has this idea that bisexual people are just people that are still hasn't decided what they want, if they are gay or straight, or maybe just people trying to have fun, hooking up with a lot of different genders, this kind of stuff. Do you think this might be true? Do you think that's a lie, or just what prejudice? What do you think?
I don't know, because in psychology we think about that the people born like this, you know. So I don't know. Maybe in the middle of the way, could have some, I don't know, some difficulties to accept, to understand, you know. But I don't know. For me, it's hard to understand. It's too challenge, you know, because the human beings are I don't know, have to, I don't know, it's a universe of kind of, I don't know, some changes, you know. For me, it's hard to try to understand and how to think about this, you know. But I think it's could be a lot of changes, you know, in the way to see, to how the people see each other, you know, being bisexual, you know. But I don't know how to answer. I need to no to search or to talking more with these people to try to understand what they think, what they feel deeply about this, you know.
Yeah. No, that's great. It's interesting to talk about psychology, because like we know that psychologists know that people, they go through stages, right? We grow up, when we are born, we kind of already have a set settings in our brain, like you're supposed to be this and that. But then when you grow up with the influence of your parents, of school, of society, because you're more, you can be influenced a lot more when you were a child. So you grow up to be one way, but when your brain's fully developed and it goes back to the original setting, you start getting confused, right? I guess.
Yes, there could have some no, a lot of confused, but in a specific time in life, the people, I don't know, it's discovered the right word, but the people, it's who you are, bisexual or I don't know, hetero. The people are in some in the point of the life, the who you are. It's happen. I don't know how to express in English. Sorry, guys.
No, that's really great. What about you, Charles? What do you think about these ideas that bisexual people are just confused?
I think dubbed exists in every hand, man, woman, and everyone have dubbed in your mind all the time in every phase of your life. But I guess when one person to decide call himself bisexual, I guess he is right about your decision, and I think it's normal. We like or we prefer choose everything do you want to choose, and I really like this because I'm dream with a freedom word like Raul Seixas and some crazy guys. That's it. Right? Freedom, respectful, and anyone don't want to take care the life the other person. And I will really encourage my daughters to be free. Right?
That is really great. That is really awesome. What about you, bro? What do you think about this thing?
Yeah, I don't think they're confused. Just like Charlie said, when you take when you make the decision, when you decide to tell the world, who you are and what you like, what you want, then you are that, and we need to understand and that's it. I saw a video really nice, of this big girl. She's a transsexual woman, and but I think it works for all those LGBTQIA people in the community, that we don't need to look for acceptance, but for respect, because we are the only ones who need to accept ourselves, So it was really nice what she said, because if you keep waiting for other people to accept you, you never enjoy your life, and then maybe just like Charles said, we should just respect each other, and if you don't want to accept me, it's not my business, but I will be happy and live my life. So yes, I don't think they're confused. That's it, my answer.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. Like, everyone is confused at some point of our lives. We're confused all the time. Like, do I really want this job? Is that the college I want to do? Am I in love with this person? Do my hair look good? We're confused about stuff all the time. But like, and it's only fair that sometimes we're a little confused about who we are. But taking the courage and the time of saying like, I am bisexual, or I am gay, I am a lesbian, or I am trans, that's something that takes a lot of thought and a lot of courage. It's really difficult for you to just say, oh, you don't wake up and say, oh, I decided to say to everyone I'm gay, and that's cool, because that's something that has a lot of consequences, and it brings a very heavy load. So it's something that we really think through before doing. So I think it's kind of unfair to assume that people that out themselves, that say to the world that they are something, it's kind of unfair to assume that they aren't, but in another side, I've seen people that first outed themselves as bisexual, and then they declared they identified themselves as gay or as lesbian. Like me, myself, when I first outed myself as bisexual, then I got myself thinking, okay, but maybe I'm not bisexual, maybe I am gay, or because sometimes you feel different ways in different stages of life. So everything changes, and sometimes you might believe in something, the next time you don't believe in that anymore. But that's personal. It doesn't mean that I'm not until I say I'm not, so like people shouldn't assume anything. So it's kind of like a complicated area, but if a person said they are bisexual, they are bisexual. If a person said they are gay, they're gay. If a person said they are the president, they're the president. It's pretty simple like that. We should just respect other people's options. That's pretty much it. Now, Mr. Charles, do you think bisexuals are accepted in society as much as any other member of the LGBTQIA plus community?
No, I don't think so. And I think the most of part that our population don't know exactly what this means, and they join every guys in the homosexual group.
Everyone the same basket, right?
Yes, and I think our society is immature yet for accept and for discuss about this. And I guess the most part of the population, the people, they think men it's more prejudice or preconceituoso about this subject, but I don't think so. I know a lot of women that it's too much prejudice, right? And I can listen in some aspect, right? Because some guys, they open your mouth and I'm not prejudiced, but you can catch in some points that this guy it's not open mind like he told, right? I know some guys in this meeting here that we already have some discussion, but right, I think nowadays have a lot of hypocrisy. All right, it's the truth. All right, yes, only this. It's different when one person have an open mind. I can give some example, but I will not to be long. That's it, I guess. It's online, and I cannot make a compromise. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, let's not commit here. Let's not commit here.
Yeah.
Okay. But I do understand what you're saying, and saying you don't have prejudice, and not actually having prejudice is a lot different. I know, because it took me a long while to lose many of the prejudices I have. I still have a lot of prejudice to some things that I know that I need to work on that. So like even people from the, and that's completely normal, even people from inside the LGBT community have a lot of prejudice to some things. So that's the thing, we like, everyone should work on themselves, you know. What about you, Fernanda? Do you think bisexuals are accepted in society as much as any other member of the community?
No, not in my opinion, because for me, our people as LGBTQ, they are still fighting for, your rights. I know I have a lot of people that really accept LGBT people, but people have a lot of people who have prejudice, and the people are still fighting for, for be who the people are. So, no.
Bru, what do you think?
I was listening to you and I missed the question, the image. I'm sorry, can you say it again?
No problem. Do you think bisexuals are accepted in society as much as
Yeah,
any other member?
That's true. No, I don't think so. And I'm sorry, I missed the question, but I don't think they are, as I said, people just think they might be confused. They are just gay or lesbians, and it's nice because there is a joke like this. I don't know if you know, but the B in the I forgot how to say sigla. Damn it! Again, I want to say it again, and I forgot. But the B in the sigla stands for bisexual. Like, let's not forget it, So they are always trying to remind people, that the B stands for bisexual. So I don't think so, unfortunately.
Yes. Oh no, I've heard this. I've heard so many jokes. Like people sometimes ask, "Oh, what are you? Like, are you gay?" No, I'm bi. Oh, like BGB show or BGB sketch or something like that. People make these kind of jokes all the time, and I grew so sick of it. Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah. And I'm sorry for that. Yeah, it's really bad.
It's like, what about you, May? Do you think bisexuals are accepted?
No, because as you said, as all of you said, be part of the community. So they still struggle this kind of prejudice, and they still fight for their rights, So no, unfortunately, they aren't accepted, But I hope one day these things, the things turn better, and the people stop to judge and talk with one another, not only with the community, without prejudice, But still, there are prejudice, and the bisexuals aren't accepted, I don't know if they suffer less judge, but unfortunately are prejudice,
Actually, the truth is kind of like the opposite. Bisexuals usually suffer more judgment, even inside the own community, because even like people from inside the community, they judge bisexuals like, oh, this person is indecisive, they don't know what they really want. This person is just a gay or lesbian, but they don't want to say it. Or no, that's just a straight person that's curious, but in a few days they're gonna stop. They're gonna stop like doing it and going to be back to being straight again. There's a lot of stuff even inside the community which is just like such a shame, because the LGBT community was supposed to be a place where everyone feels embraced and safe, like for being through, for going through the same situation as other people. But then even inside the community, you're feeling attacked. So it's kind of like really rough sometimes. Now, Mari, did you know that bisexuals are more likely to have mental diseases? Why do you think that is?
No, we have a book in psychiatry, psychology, the diagnóstico transtornos mentais is a book, and nowadays they take off the homosexuality. It's not is anymore a mental disease, you know. So I don't know, as I said, the things are changing, you know. We don't have to consider a disease, some things that not are a disease, you know. People born being who you are, or gay or lesbian, you know. So we don't have to treat with a mental disease, but we have to look for the suffering, you know, not the people suffer because he or she is this way, you know. But I don't think it's mental disease.
But did you know that bisexual people are more likely to have mental diseases like depression or other mental diseases like that?
Yes, unfortunately, because the depression, the prejudice, the not to be accepted, the comments with hating, you know, can contribute to people feel ill, you know. So it's, yes, it's hard.
Great. Mari, could you choose a person to answer this question next?
Yeah, sure. What do you think about Fernanda?
Oh, this is hard to me to say, you know, because to answer this question, because this, oh my gosh, let me read. I think, yeah, bisexual people have to tend more mental disease, you know, but for me, it's hard to say, guys, sorry to answer this question, really.
No problem, no trouble. Can you choose a person to answer next?
Yes, Bruna, how about you?
Yeah, just like Mari said, I think, yeah, I think they are more likely to have this mental disease. Are we comparing to the other ones in the community, or to everybody?
I used to know, but I forgot. Sorry.
Because if we are comparing to everybody in the community, I don't know if it's possible to scale it, you know. But if we are talking about straight people and in general, you know, I think it's I think, yes, just like Mari said, you're always questioning yourself, and or maybe being part of the community, and telling them, it's hard, because there is this pressure that you need to admit what you are, you know. You have to, oh my gosh, what's the, I forgot how to say it, but it's like to really, you have to say what you are and who you are. I am bisexual, like I am gay, you know. Sometimes people just don't want to speak this up, you know, like they don't want to just talk about it. So this is also another pressure they may face, you know. Um, I don't
And
know.
like,
There are a lot of things.
I think the word is label.
Yeah, label. Yeah. Like they need to label themselves, you know. And sometimes people just are not ready. They are not comfortable. They don't want to, or they don't feel safe at the place, you know, to just say it. So everything, all these pressures, labels, all this stuff, um, they can cause, right, or they can lead to mental health diseases. That's it.
What about you, Charles? Why do you think bisexual people are more likely to have mental diseases than other people from the community?
Oh, at first, this is it's not a question, it's a affirmation statement. So I cannot to be against this affirmation. But I don't agree. I don't agree. I like some. I know some guys. They're considered bisexual, and
Mhm.
this guy have a strong personality. I know the society it's so much prejudice. I know have a lot of pressure. I know we know our society is not mature for accept that different. But this guy have a strong personality, and I admire a lot because oh it's different. It's a different guy, right?
Mhm.
My eldest dog have a father-in-law. He is homosexual, and they family is so too much conservative, and he don't open for your family, but he live with other guy, and I know he is a more strong guy that I know. So I don't think this statement it's correct. All right, I don't think it's correct. Maybe the guy that assume they are homosexual, bisexual, whatever thing that they assume. I think he is very strong guy. It's more strong than me. Maybe I will not to be courage to assume that, right?
Yeah.
It's online. Sorry.
No, it's okay. There are various different experiences for people that have the courage to out themselves to the world and to say it's usually uh, a, a passage of acceptance. So then I think it becomes a really easier, like not that it's easy, the experience of being LGBT, but like it becomes a bit easier when you accept yourself enough to tell other people who you are, you know. I can say that it was a lot more difficult for me before I outed myself than after. Nowadays, I am completely comfortable with saying live on YouTube, I'm bisexual. You know, if you have a problem with that, that's your problem. But uh, usually when we are in the closet, that's the where we feel more vulnerable, I guess. But lots of different peoples with different personalities, with different mindsets and upbringing. So the experience is really different for everyone. Great. Now, I think I know we're like on the edge of time, but I just have one more question that I would like to ask you guys. That is here, number 8. People say bisexuals are more likely to cheat because they are attracted to more than one gender or sexuality. Do you think that's true, and why? What do you guys think?
I don't think so. Maybe this is another stereotype. Like, it doesn't mean every man or woman that come across you, you will feel attracted. It's not like this. So I think it's not true.
Okay. What do you think, Fernanda? Do you think bisexual about this opinion that bisexuals are more likely to cheat?
Oh, I don't think this is true, because I think nothing to be bisexual people are not, they don't, oh my God, I forgot the word. Don't mean that this person have gone to cheat, because I think for me that's not, right. This is a difficult question. You really.
Yeah. What do you think, Charles? Do you think about bisexual people being more likely to cheat because they like more genders?
No, man, no. I think the person, it's not related to your sexual orientation. I think it's two things totally different. And let me check. I told the father-in-law that my daughter father-in-law, it's padrinho, okay, or not?
Godfather, padrinho.
Godfather, sorry, it's godfather, então eu quis
Okay.
dizer padrinho, tá?
I got a little confused because you said that your daughters were really young, and I was like, father-in-law? Are they already dating?
Or before after I think about too. Yes,
No problem. That's nice. What do you think, Mariana?
No, I don't think the bisexuals are more like to cheat, because I don't know, to cheat can be related about the agreements that the couple do make. I don't know, and not the gender,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think that's it.
Great. Okay. To bring a different point of view to that, the LGBT community is so hypersexualized from the outside and from the inside, because a lot of people that see the community from outside, they think that LGBT people just want to talk and just want to do sex all the time. A lot of people inside of the LGBT community also think that, because it's a pattern, it's a behavior that's been established, and it's really difficult to break. It's really difficult to break. It's a pain in the ass to date when you are LGBT, to find a person to date. Like, it's not impossible, it's not that difficult, but there is an established pattern of hypersexuality inside of the community. But it doesn't mean that you're going to cheat a person. Okay, I like men and women. Technically speaking, I would have more options, because I feel attracted to both genders. But I guess it's a lot more stuff linked to, like Bruna said, like the agreement of the couple relationship, and also the character of the person. I know, because I'm the person with a pretty weak character, and I've thought about cheating before. I didn't do it. It was almost, but I thought about it. It had no problem. It had nothing to do with me being bisexual, even because at this time, I wasn't like, I hadn't outed myself. It was a straight relationship. So like, it's all about character. And I could say that mine back then wasn't like the strongest. To be honest, with you guys here. But okay, I wish we could have more time to talk in here, but unfortunately we already ran out of it. So I would thank you guys for coming. It was really great. I hope you liked it as much as I did. Do you guys have anything to add, any comment to make before we go?
Where's the survey?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
It was amazing. Thank you so much for bringing the questions, and I really liked it.
You don't have to answer the question 9. The last question.
It's because we already ran out of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I would
pity.
love to.
Such a pity.
Yeah, it went by so fast, like an hour, right? Yeah, but thank you all for coming. Love you guys. Stay safe. Keep your hands clean. I don't know, wear masks, whatever you do to keep yourself safe. And see you guys back here the next time.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.